You know, there's a multitude of reasons why I think you should be trying kettlebells. Maybe I should just tell you a little bit about my own journey. I'm someone that has many different interests. I went to the military, I did 4 years in the army. I have done Muay Thai kickboxing since I was a child, done a little bit of jiu-jitsu, I've done ultra marathons. Training for me is not purely just about aesthetics and how I look. Even though that is very important to me, I want to look good and feel good at the same time. But I guess what I found myself doing was I was sacrificing how I felt, training just bodybuilding, even though I want to be someone that feels athletic, I want to feel fit, I want to feel like at the drop of a hat, I can run 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, I can do heaps of pull-ups, I can be athletic, I can bend down, pick something up from one side. And you know, that might sound like such a basic thing, but in my journey of bodybuilding, I was definitely accruing a lack of mobility and pain. I would get back pain, I get pain in my knees and stuff like this. And I remember some days like I'd go to sit on the bed, go to put my shoes and socks on, and it was horrible. Like my back was so tight, because I think the nature of bodybuilding is fine, and if you want to commit to bodybuilding and go on the stage, that's fine, it's great. There's a lot of health benefits for bodybuilding, but in terms of being a well-rounded athletic human for everyday life, when you start progressively overloading in the gym, and your sessions can take up to an hour and a half, and then if you're in a cut, maybe you're doing some cardio, 40 minutes on the treadmill, you know, that's 2 hours, 3 hours at the gym, and then you got to drive to the gym and drive back. So I guess what I'm trying to say, it takes up a lot of time. But when you're doing kettlebell training, we're talking about 30 minutes to 1 hour max. 1 hour is a lot. 1 hour is a very, very, very good session. But this session that you're watching on the screen was literally a 15-minute block, and I was exhausted. My arms were on fire, my core was on fire, my legs were on fire, my whole body was, I just felt like I was just like training for a sword fight, you know, because that's kind of how training with kettlebells leaves you feeling. You're slinging heavy metal around, you're training athletically, you're going through full range of motion, you're doing more than one movement, you're combining your whole kinetic chain from your feet, powering up, delivering power through your hands out through the kettlebells. So that's kind of why I like it, because it allows me to feel like the martial artist, the ultra marathon runner, the bodybuilder weightlifter. You know, you get the bodybuilding pump, runners high, and working on mobility as well. Didn't do so much mobility here, but in other sessions, you're doing windmills, you're doing thoracic rotation. In your warm-ups, you're doing thoracic rotation, because now you have enough time to do mobility work for 10 minutes before your session. And in fact, for me, it's mandatory. So we're tapping into all these things that I want to feel or get from my training, not just purely for other people. I understand that we all have insecurities, right? We all want to feel confident, but is living your life based off that insecurity the way, is that what's best for you? You know what I mean? Like, you're training in a way that you've been told to train to look good for people that you don't even like. You can look good doing any form of training. Obviously, I recommend some sort of resistance training, but it doesn't have to be bodybuilding. You can train under coaches that do strength and conditioning and more athletic style training, even calisthenics. How good do people look when they do calisthenics? But let's get one thing sorted. Aesthetics. Yes, you have to be progressing and getting stronger over time in whatever thing that you decide to do. Excuse me. Aesthetics comes from what you eat. 100%. How many average everyday people do bodybuilding style training and they're not ripped and lean? Because they haven't got their diet in check. You can do kettlebells and eat like a bodybuilder. You'll get shredded. Let's say you track your calories. You enter a slight caloric deficit till you reach your desired body weight, body fat percentage. You go back to maintenance. You do a slow, clean bulk. It's the exact same process. Why can't you do that with anything that you're doing? You can do that with martial arts. You can do that with calisthenics. You can do it with Pilates. I don't know if you know that I am my wife or future wife. We get married in like a week, 2 weeks. But she's a well-known, popular a well-known Pilates teacher online, and obviously with that recognition comes feedback. And so many people have said they have had way better results doing her Pilates videos on a mat at home, no weights, than they ever did at the gym. And why is that? Well, I said this in a reel not long ago. Maybe it's because they enjoyed it enough to stick at it, okay? But if you're doing Pilates and eating like shit, then you're not going to get lean. Like, most people want to look lean. They don't want to feel like a bodybuilder, train like a bodybuilder. They just want to have like a ripped, lean physique with a bit of muscle, like what's the terminology? Muscle definition, right? Look a little bit muscular, lean, feel athletic, feel like I can run, feel like I can fight, feel like I can defend myself. If someone chased me and we actually had to flee, I can run 5-10 kilometers. Like, I just feel well-rounded. And I think athletic training is the best for everyday people, because everyday events is not everyday events is not one-dimensional. We're picking stuff up. You drop something, you pick it up, you react, you pull your back out because you haven't worked any thoracic rotation, thoracic mobility, you know, extension, flexion, extension. Recently I had to go to the physio, and bro, my thoracic rotation was horrendous. I've had back pain for like 9-10 months, and that's what made me get into kettlebells. And now I'm freeing myself up. My thoracic rotation is improving. I'm doing rotational work every single day, plus what I'm doing with the physio, and I'm feeling free because I was in so much pain. I had so many injuries from bodybuilding, just trying to have progressively overload squats, heavy deadlift, this and that. You know, eventually you're chasing an injury. Eventually something has to give way. You know, if you're not a professional bodybuilder and not working with a coach, like most people, right? Like most people, we don't have that knowledge. I'm just an average guy that likes to stay fit, likes to go to the gym or train or do whatever. And because of that, I was just progressively overloading with my squat and deadlift, and then boom, my back went, you know? And I look at all these people lifting so heavy, and it's not that I'm jealous. I'm like, fuck, they've done well, man. They've done well not to be injured. Because my technique was good. My technique was fine. You can go on my Instagram, scroll right down to the old stuff. You'll see deadlift, squat technique, fine. And it was just, you know, I guess how it was meant to be. So that's why I got into kettlebells, because it allows me to feel like everything that I've wanted to feel like. Anyway, if you've made it this far, this workout, give it a go. It's just a 15-minute block. Super taxing on your body, full body workout. What I like about kettlebells is that we're greasing the groove every day. You're doing squat patterns, push, pull, all these patterns every single day. But you're not working to 1 rep in reserve, 0 reps in reserve. We're not working to failure. We're greasing the groove. So if I did this workout every day and just slowly progressively overload the weight with the kettlebells, I'm getting stronger. One of the best coaches I ever had help me get stronger in my squat when I was doing gym work was the technique we were doing. It was like some sort of Russian powerlifting program, but he had me doing squats every day up to a 3 rep max every single day, and just going through the movement. So kettlebells, we're not hitting 1, 2, 3 rep maxes. We're definitely tapping into that muscular endurance. But the good thing about it is, like all weights, you can just go heavier, but it's really taxing on your kinetic chain. We're not isolating anything. We're not using machines. So if you're in a squat position and you're repping it out, 10 reps or whatever, something else gives way. Your core, your shoulders, your body as a system has weak points, and that's what we're hitting with these weak points. Anyway, look, give this workout a go. 15 minutes is all you need. Today I'm using 2 20 kg kettlebells, and yeah, we're just going for a swing, 5 swings, 5 rack squats, 5 presses, and 10 push-ups, 10 deep push-ups on the kettlebells, and that's it. Let me know how you go with it. Let me know if you want more videos like this. This is why I recommend you give kettlebells a go. And yeah, peace.